Hello guys, how are you today? So today I'll be solving the grid questions from the algebra course questions and also the top questions, okay? Grid questions could come as MCQ, whereas the top questions can come as a written part, okay? So starting off by the first question, they're telling us, let fx equals minus 5x plus 2 over 3x minus 1. So this is our function. They want us to find the inverse of this function. Very simply, to find the inverse of this function, what we need to do is change fx into y. So y is equal to minus 5x plus 2 over 3x minus 1. Then what we are going to do is we're going to multiply these together. Okay, so now we are going to get 3xy minus y is equal to minus 5x plus 2. Now what we're going to do is a very important step. We're going to move all the x to one side and all the ones that do not have x to another side. So that means this will go here and this will come here. So now it becomes what? It becomes 3xy plus 5x is equal to y plus 2. Next, we are gonna factor the x. We are gonna take the x as a common outside, so it becomes x times 3y plus 5 is equal to y plus 2. So then you're gonna divide both sides by 3y plus 5. You are gonna get x is equal to y plus 2 over 3y plus 5. Now we go to the most important part, where you have to switch the x into f inverse of x, okay? And you switch every single y into x, so it becomes x plus 2 over 3x plus 5. But is this what they asked us? No, they asked us to find the value of m times n. So let's look at what they gave us. They gave us f inverse as x plus 2 over nx plus m. So since we did it as f inverse, since we have f inverse, then we're very easily gonna find n and m. They are in the denominator, so they are 3 and 5. So very simply, m is 5 times n, which is 3. So our answer is then 15. So over here, our answer is 15. Now another way of doing it is to find the f inverse. You can easily just take these. Remember, it should be the one to the left in the numerator and the one to the right in the denominator. And then you switch their places and you switch their signs. So the minus 1 will go instead of the minus 5 and it will become plus 1. So it becomes plus x plus 2 over. Now the minus 5 will be in place of the minus 1 and it will become plus 5 over 3x plus 5. And like that, you would have found it easily. So this is a very easy way to do it. Then you proceed with answering the question. But in all cases, both ways are correct in solving. Now we come to our first top question. They told us in our first top question that we have fx is minus x squared plus 2x plus 3, first function. Second function, gx is x over x plus 3 in the condition that x is different than minus 3. And then the final function is hx gives us 5x minus 4. So let's start by answering the first part. Part A. They told us solve fx is equal to 0. That means you're going to substitute fx by 0. The function is fx is equal to minus x squared plus 2x plus 3. So substituting fx by 0, you get 0 is equal to minus x squared plus 2x plus 3. Now we are going to solve it. But first we need to factor the minus, because we cannot have a minus next to the x squared. So we're going to factor it out. So now 0 is equal to minus 1, open brackets, x squared minus 2x minus 3. Now we factor it by doing the product sum method. Product of minus 3 and the sum of minus 2, it's definitely minus 3 times 1 and minus 3 plus 1. So now it becomes minus 1 times x minus 3 times x plus 1. So now you only multiply this one by the minus 1. This becomes minus x and this becomes plus 3. So then it becomes minus x plus 3 times x plus 1. But we're not done yet. we need to solve it. So how do we solve it? We make each one of them equal to 0. So minus x plus 3 is equal to 0. X plus 1 is equal to 0. Here you get directly that x is equal to minus 1. Here you get minus x is equal to minus 3. So then x is equal to 3. So the two answers for the first one are x equals to 3 and x is equal to minus 1. Now, in part B, they told us to find g inverse. So very simply, we're going to take the function g. It is gx is equal to x over x plus 3. Okay, we now need to find g inverse. So very simply, we're going to just change gx into y, and it becomes y is equal to x over x plus 3. Then we move it up here, it becomes xy plus 3y is equal to x. Okay? Then we move everything with x to one side and everything that does not have x to the other side. So this goes here and this comes here. It becomes xy minus x is equal to 3y. Oh, and here it becomes minus 3y. So xy minus x is equal to minus 3y. Then we're going to factor out the x. It's going to become x times y minus 1 is equal to minus 3y. So then divide both sides by y minus 1. You're going to get x is equal to minus 3y over y minus 1. Then you can either write it like this, or you can write it as 3y over 1 minus y. So either way works. But let's say we chose the other way, where y is now equal, not y, sorry, x is now equal to 3y over 1 minus y. Now what we're going to do is we're going to change x into f inverse of x, okay, is equal to, you're going to change every single y into x now, so 3x over 1 minus x. So now we obtained, not the f inverse, the g inverse function. So if we're going to write it, it's going to be g inverse of x is equal to 3x over 1 minus x. Okay? Now they are looking for fg minus 6. Fg minus 6, that means you have to substitute minus 6 into g, and then g minus 6 into f. So starting simply, g minus 6 is equal to minus 6 over minus 6 plus 3. So minus 6 over minus 3, which is 2. So now, f g minus 6 is equal to minus. Now instead of every x, we're going to substitute the answer that we got here, which is 2. So minus 2 squared plus 2 times 2 plus 3. So then it becomes minus 4 plus 4 plus 3. Minus 4 plus 4 is 0, and then 0 plus 3 is 3. So we get that fg minus 6 is 3. So the answer over here is 3. Now they need us to find g fx. Very simply, we're going to substitute x into f, and then fx into g. They already substituted x into f for us, so what we're going to do is just substitute fx into g. So now it is equal to minus x squared plus 2x plus 3 over minus x squared plus 2x plus 3 plus 3. How did I do it? Just substitute every x by the function. So then when you solve it, you are going to get minus x squared plus 2x plus 3 over minus x squared plus 2x plus 6. You can either leave it like this, or you can make the first, you can make the x a positive number by multiplying it all by negative, and then it will become x squared minus 2x minus 3 over x squared minus 2x minus 6. So this is our final answer. So we're gonna go, and here our final answer was x squared minus 2x minus 3 over x squared minus 2x minus 6. Now, we proceed to part E. In part E, they asked us to find h inverse. So very simply, take hx is equal to 5x minus 4. Change hx into y, so y is equal to 5x minus 4. Bring minus 4 to the other side, you're going to get plus 4. So y plus 4 is equal to 5x. Divide both sides by 5. You're going to get that x is equal to y plus 4 over 5. Now, change the x into f inverse. It becomes f inverse of x is equal to, now change every single y into x. So is equal to x plus 4 over 5. So h inverse, I put f inverse, I'm so sorry, I meant to put h inverse. H inverse is now equal to x plus 4 over 5. Now for the last part, which is part f, they are asking us to find f h x. So very simply substitute the x into the h and then the hx into f. They already substituted the x into h for us. So hx is equal to 5x minus 4. We need to substitute it in f. So f of h of x, okay, is equal to minus, now substitute every x by 5x minus 4. So minus 5x minus 4 squared, okay? Plus 2 times 5x minus 4 plus 3. Solving it, you are going to get minus times 25x squared minus 40x plus 16, okay, plus 10x minus 8 plus 3. Then you multiply this by minus, you are now going to get minus 25x squared plus 40x, because you don't only multiply this, you also multiply this and this, okay, minus 16, okay, plus 10x minus 8 plus 3. Then after solving it, you are gonna get minus 25x squared plus 50x minus 21. So our final answer for this one is minus 25x squared plus 50x minus 21. So that is it for top question number 28. We proceed now to top question number 29. They told us we have two functions, f inverse, sorry, not f inverse, fx, which is x minus 5 over 2, and gx, which is x to the power of 3 minus 2. Okay, two functions. They told us in part A, find the value of x such that fx is equal to 5 plus 2x. Very simply, what they told us is fx is equal to 5 plus 2x. So substitute fx by 5 plus 2x. 5 plus 2x is equal to x minus 5 over 2. So we're going to multiply this by 2. It becomes 10 plus 4x is equal to x minus 5. So then you move this over here and you move this over here. You are then going to get that 15 is equal to minus 3x. So then x is equal to minus 5. So for part I, we got that x is equal to minus 5. Now, okay, they need us to find the inverse of fx. Very simply, we have this as fx. fx is equal to x minus 5 over 2. They need the inverse, so to find the inverse, we're going to change the fx into y. Y is equal to x minus 5 over 2, multiplied by 2 over here. You're now going to get 2y is equal to x minus 5. Bring minus 5 to the other side. You're going to get 2y plus 5 is equal to x. Now, we change the y into x and the x into f inverse of x. So it becomes f inverse of x is equal to 2x plus 5. So very simply, our answer over here is 2x plus 5. Now we proceed to question number 3. Find the value of gf minus 1 minus f g3. So let's keep the functions in mind. The functions are x minus 5 over 2 and x to the power of 3 minus 2. fx is equal to x minus 5 over 2, okay, and gx is x to the power of 3 minus 2. So very simply, first thing you're going to do is substitute minus 1 in f and then substitute your answer in g. So it becomes f minus 1 is equal to minus 1 minus 5 over 2, so minus 6 over 2, so minus 3. Our answer is minus 3. Let's now substitute it into gx. So we get that g of f of minus 1 is equal to minus 3 to the power of 3 minus 2, so minus 27 minus 2 minus 29. So we get, for the first part over here, minus 29. Then again, let's write our functions. Fx is equal to x minus 5 over 2. Gx is equal to x to the power of 3 minus 2. So now, to find the fg3, we need to substitute 3 in g, and then substitute our answer in f. So g3 becomes 3 to the power of 3 minus 2, so 27 minus 2, which is 25. Now, f of g of 3 becomes 25 minus 5 over 2, which is then 20 over 2, and then we get 10. So over here, our answer became 10. So minus 29 minus 10, we will get then minus 39. So our answer for part 3 is minus 39. Part 4, find f of g of x, giving your answer in simplest form. So we have fx is x minus 5 over 2, and gx is x to the power of 3 minus 2. What we need to do is substitute x into g and gx into f. Thankfully, they already substituted x into g for us, so all we need to do is substitute this over here. So then it becomes x to the power of 3 minus 2 minus 5 over 2. So then x to the power of 3 minus 7 over 2. This is our answer. So over here, the answer is equal to x to the power of 3 minus 7 over 2. So now we move on to part B. They told us, given hx, the function h, is minus 3, given the function h is 1 over x to the power of x, they want us to find h minus 3. So h minus 3 is very simply 1 over minus 3 to the power of minus 3, but we can never have a negative exponent, okay? So if you ever have a negative exponent, it's gonna flip the fraction, and so it's now gonna become minus 3 over 1, but minus 3 is now to the power of 3. And then you are gonna get minus 27. So our answer for the first one is minus 27. Now for the second one, we cannot do it without the calculator, so that's why I'm gonna use it, even though no calculators are allowed, okay? So here, no calculator allowed, but I will only be using it because we cannot do it without the calculator. They need us to find h1.5, so h1.5 is then gonna be 1 over 1.5 to the power of 1.5. Do it on your calculator. You are then gonna get 0.5443. Why? They needed to four significant figures. So our answer here is then 0.5443. Okay? Then we proceed to number 3. This is an important thing. Give a reason as to why h negative 0.5 is not a real number. So then we're going to have 1 over minus 0.5 to the power of minus 0.5. Remember, whenever we have a negative exponent, it cannot remain where it is. It will flip the fraction. So then it becomes 1 over... No, sorry, it does not become 1. Because we flipped it, it becomes 0.5 to the power of 0.5 minus 0.5, to the power of 0.5. Now 0.5 is the same as writing 1 over 2. So 0.5 is equal to 1 over 2. So it's the same as writing minus 0.5 to the power of 1 over 2. And you know, if we have a fraction as a power, we can replace it by a radical. So then we will get then minus 0.5 radical. And you can put 2 here, but it's not necessary. Usually it's invisible. So now we have a radical minus 0.5. Now, is radical minus 0.5, is there a possibility to have a radical? So here it's 2, or an even number. Is it possible to have an even number root to a power of a negative? No, it is not possible. So we call this imaginary or not real. So very simply, we can write over here, it's imaginary or not real, because we just solved it and we proved. Now we move on to question number 30, top question number 30. They told us the function fx is given by fx is equal to 4x plus 8. They want us to find each of the following. So very simply, f of x. That means you substitute x in f and then substitute fx into f again. So very simply, they already substituted x for us, so we get 4x plus 8. Now we're gonna put it into f again, so it becomes f of x is equal to 4 times 4x plus 8 plus 8. So it becomes 16x plus 32 plus 8. So then 16x plus 40. So the first one, we get 16x plus 40. Now part 2 is really important. Okay, we know fx is equal to 4x plus 8. So let's find the inverse, because they need the inverse. F inverse of x is equal to 4x plus 8. Replace this by y, this becomes y. Y is equal to 4x plus 8. Bring 8 to the other side. So then y minus 8 is equal to 4x. So then y minus 8 over 4 is equal to x. So this is our f inverse. So now let's write them again. We have fx is equal to 4x plus 8, and f inverse of x is equal to x minus 8 over 4. By now, you guys should know how to find the inverse of a function. So they need us to substitute them, okay? So put fx into f inverse. So very simply, f inverse of f of x is equal to 4x plus 8 minus 8 over 4, which gives us 4x over 4, which will give us x. So very simply, we can, instead of doing this very long process, derive a rule. Anytime you see the inverse of a function, and you need to substitute it with the function, so it can either be like this or f inverse of x. Either way, okay, your answer is gonna be the number inside of the brackets. If it's a number, a fraction, a decimal, a variable, it's gonna be the number over here. So in this case, it is x. Now over here we can write it's equal to x. Then we proceed to part B. So now part B, given fx is equal to radical x over 2, where x is greater than or equal to 0, we need to calculate the f of 1 over 9. Very simply, substitute 1 over 9 by x, so f1 over 9. Actually, let me not use this. Let me use this. f1 over 9 is equal to radical 1 over 9 over 2. Doing it, you're going to have radical 1 over radical 9. Radical 1 is 1, radical 9 is 3 over 2. So now you have 1 over 3 over 2 is the same as 1 over 3 times 1 over 2, which is then 1 over 6. So for part I, we get 1 over 6. Now, for part II, we need to solve fx is equal to 1 over 3. So substitute fx by 1 over 3. 1 over 3 is equal to radical x over 2. Multiply this by 2. You are going to get 2 over 3 is equal to radical x. Then very simply, to get rid of the radical, square both sides. So now you're going to have 4 over 9 is equal to x. And very simply, you found your answer, which is 4 over 9. Now we proceed to top question 31. They gave us 3 functions over here. They told us fx is x squared minus 4, gx is x minus 1 over x plus 2, hx is 1 over 2 to the power of x. They told us find f h minus 2. First thing, substitute minus 2 in h and then substitute your answer in f. So h minus 2 is equal to 1 over 2 to the power of minus 2. We said if we have a minus in the exponent, we'll flip the fraction. So then it becomes 2 to the power of 2, which is 4. Now substitute your answer into fx, so it becomes f of h of minus 2 is equal to 4 instead of the x, because this was our answer. 16 squared, no, 4 squared is 16, so 16 minus 4, which is then 12. So our answer for the first one is 12. For the second one, so now they're asking us for fg 1 over 2. So simply replace g by 1, replace 1 over 2 in g and then the answer into f. So replacing 1 over 2 into g, we're gonna get, so replacing 1 over 2 in g, we are gonna get g 1 over 2 is 1 over 2 minus 1 over 2 plus 2. So then to solve it, it is gonna be, we're gonna do common denominator, so it's gonna be 1 over 2 minus 2 over 2 over 1 over 2 plus 4 over 2. So then we are gonna get minus 1 over 2 over 5 over 2. So then after solving it, you have minus 1 over 2 over 5 over 2. You can divide both sides. It's gonna be minus 1 over 2 divided by 5 over 2, which is the same as minus 1 over 2 times 2 over 5. This cancels with this, and then you get minus 1 over 5. So now we know that g 1 over 2 is minus 1 over 5. g 1 over 2 is minus 1 over 5. Now they need f of g of 1 over 2. So that means it's gonna be minus 1 over 5 squared minus 4. So it's gonna be 1 over 25. Why did I put the 5 there? 1 over 25 minus this, do common denominator, it becomes 100 over 25. And then you are gonna get minus 99 over 25. So very simply, our answer is minus 99, okay, over 25. Then we move to g inverse. They need g inverse. So we said we're going to change gx into y is equal to x minus 1 over x plus 2. Multiply by y, you're going to get xy plus 2y is equal to x minus 1. Factor out the x, so you bring all the x together, and all the ones without x, you move them to one side. So it becomes xy minus x is equal to 2 minus 2y minus 1, and then you factor out the common, you get x y minus 1 is equal to minus 2y minus 1. Then you divide minus 2y minus 1 over y minus 1. Then, of course, if you want to change the signs of the numerators, you're going to multiply the whole thing by minus. Then it's going to be 2y plus 1 over 1 minus y. Okay? So we got now that x is equal to 2y plus 1 over 1 minus y. Change the x into g inverse. So g inverse of x is equal to, now change the y to x plus 1 over 1 minus x. And like that, we found the g inverse. So it is equal to x plus 1 over 1 minus x. Here we come again to a similar problem. We have an inverse and the function itself. So the answer is gonna be the number inside of the brackets, which is 3. So over here, the answer is 3. Now for part B, they want us to write fx minus fx minus gx as a single fraction in lowest terms. So we have fx over here and gx over here. So very simply, fx is x squared minus 4, okay, minus gx, which is x minus 1 over x plus 2. To make them common denominator, you're going to multiply here this up and down by x plus 2, okay? And so then you will get after this x squared minus 4 times x plus 2, okay? Minus x minus 1 over the common denominator, which is x plus 2. So then you are gonna get x to the power of 3 minus 4x plus 2x to the power of 2 minus 8 minus x. Oh, but here don't fall into the trick like I did. Here it's minus x minus 1. So the minus will affect this one and this one, so it will change to plus. So over here it becomes plus. So plus 1. Then here it will become plus 1 over x plus 2. Then solving it even more, you are gonna get x to the power of 3 plus 2x to the power of 2 minus 5x minus 7 over, all of it is over x plus 2. So basically, in simplest form, our fraction is like this: x to the power of 3 plus 2x to the power of 2 minus 5x minus 7 over x plus 2. Okay? Now we move on to top question number 32. We again have three functions, fx, gx, and hx. They want us to find f of minus 5. Very simply, substitute the minus 5 in the x. So f of minus 5 is equal to 1 over minus 5 plus 2, which is equal to 1 over minus 3, which is minus 1 over 3. So f of minus 5 is equal to minus 1 over 3. Then they told us, find x if hx is equal to 32. So substitute hx by 32. It will become 32 is equal to 2 to the power of x minus 1. Oh no, this is very complicated. What do I do now? Don't panic. Very easily, make the 32, okay? Because we're not allowed to use calculators. If we used calculators, it would be more easy. But what you can do is make 32 a base number of 2 and an exponent of a number. So 32, you should know it's 2 to the power of 5. So 2 to the power of 5 is equal to 2 to the power of x minus 1. This power, the bases can cancel out, and then we're gonna get that 5 is equal to x minus 1. Bring 1 to the other side, then you're gonna get that x is equal to 6. So very simply, for part B, we found that x is equal to 6. For part C, very simply, we only need to substitute minus 2 into g, and then substitute it again into f. So it becomes g minus 2, which is minus 2 to the power of 3, which is minus 8, okay? Then we substitute it in f, so f of g of minus 2 is equal to 1 over minus 8 plus 2, so 1 over minus 6, so we can write it as negative 1 over 6. So for part C, our answer is negative 1 over 6. Now for part F, I will kind of zoom out because we need a lot of space to solve it, okay? They told us, not for part F, for part D. They told us, find f gx plus gx plus 1. First thing you're going to do is substitute gx into f. So it's going to be f gx is going to be 1 over x to the power of 3 plus 2. Then we are going to add this, so 1 over x to the power of 3 plus 2. We're going to add it to gx, which is x to the power of 3. And then to it, we are going to add 1. So of course, we're going to do common denominator, so we're going to multiply up and down by x to the power of 3 plus 2, same here. Okay? And so what we will get 1 over x to the power of 3 plus 2 plus x to the power of 6 plus 2x to the power of 3 over x to the power of 3 plus 2, then plus x to the power of 3 plus 2 over x to the power of 3 plus 2. Then solving it, like simplifying it, you are going to get x to the power of 6 plus 3x to the power of 3 plus 3 over x to the power of 3 plus 2. So this is our final answer. So for part D, our final answer is equal to x to the power of 6 plus 3x to the power of 3 plus 3 over x to the power of 3 plus 2. Then we move on to top question number 33. Oh my goodness, before I forgot to solve the last one, which is f inverse. They need f inverse. So what do? You replace this by y. Y is equal to 1 over x plus 2. Multiply yx plus 2y is equal to 1. then keep everything with the x on one side and everything without x on another side. So it becomes yx is equal to 1 minus 2y. Then factor out the x, so you're going to have xy is equal to 1 minus 2y. Divide both sides by y, so then you're going to get x is equal to 1 minus 2y over y. Switch x into f inverse of x, and switch the y's into x. So it becomes f inverse of x is 1 minus 2x over x. So our answer over here is very simply 1 minus 2x over x. Now we can move on to top question number 33. So let's start. We have three functions again. They want us to find g 1 over 3. So very simply substitute 1 over 3 in the function gx. So g1 over 3 is equal to 2 to the power of, 2 times 1 over 3 plus 1 over 2. Then it becomes 2 over 3 plus 1 over 2, which is then 2 over 3 plus 3 over 3 over 2, which is 5 over 3 over 2, which is the same as 5 over 3 times 1 over 2, which gives us 5 over 6. So very simply, part A gives us 5 over 6. Now part B. Solve to fx is equal to minus 3gx. So very simply, multiply the whole function f by 2. It becomes 2 times minus 3x, which is minus 6x, okay? So minus 6x is equal to, now minus 3. So we're going to multiply minus 3 by the whole function gx. So it becomes minus 3 times 2x plus 1 over 2. So minus 6x is equal to, so it's equal to minus 6x minus 3 over 2. Multiply the 2 over here. Now you are going to get a minus 12x is equal to minus 6x minus 3. Move this to the other side. Then again, you are going to get minus 6x is equal to minus 3. Divide both sides by minus 6, sorry. So then x is equal to minus 3 over minus 6, which is 1 over 2. So for part B, it is 1 over 2. Now they need fhx in simplest form. So now we need to find fhx in simplest form. Very simply, you're going to substitute hx into f. So it becomes minus 3 times 1 minus x squared. Sorry, no, the squared is with the x. And so then we are going to get minus 3 plus 3x to the power of 2. So our answer of fhx is minus 3 plus 3x to the power of 2. Now they need us to find hh minus 2. Very simply what we're going to do, we're going to substitute minus 2 into h, then substitute our answer into h again. So h of minus 2 is 1 minus 2 squared, which is 1 minus 4, which is minus 3. And then h of minus 2 is the same thing, 1 minus, but instead of the x, put minus 3 squared. So then it becomes 1 minus 9, okay, which is then minus 8. So our answer for part C is minus 8. Now in part E, they want us to find the inverse of g. G inverse, very simply, to find it, you're going to substitute the gx by y. So y is equal to 2x plus 1 over 2, multiply by 2, so 2y is equal to 2x plus 1. Bring the plus 1 to the other side, you're gonna get 2y minus 1. Okay, then divided by 2 is equal to x. So we got x is equal to 2y minus 1 over 2. Change the x into f inverse. Okay, or no, they need g, so change the x into g inverse of x is equal to 2. Change the y into x. So 2x minus 1 over 2. So for part E, our answer is equal to 2x minus 1 over 2. So that is part E done. Now we move on to part F. They want us to find hgfx. So very simply, we can go back up again. We can take fx, substitute it into gx, and then substitute the answer of gf into h. So it's gonna be very simply g f x is equal to 2 times minus 3x, which is minus 6x, okay, plus 1 over 2. So now if we move on to h, we're gonna get that h of g of f of x, okay, I don't think there was a need for the last one, okay, it is equal to 1 minus 6x plus 1 over 2 squared. So it becomes 1 minus 36x squared minus 12x plus 1 over 2. Oh no, not over 2, because we also square the 2, so over 4. So we change the 1 into 4 over 4. So 4 over 4 minus 36x squared minus 12x plus 1 over 4. And then after solving it, you will get your final answer, which is 3 plus 12x minus 36x squared over 4. So they are looking for what? They are looking for the values of k and m. K is here, m is here. So therefore, k is gonna be this number over here, which is 12. And then m is gonna be this number over here, which is m is equal to minus 36. So these are the top questions done. Now we can move on to section 2.1, where we have, oh, actually before that we have another grid, which is grid 38. Okay, before we move on to section 2.1, we have grid 38. Again, this one is very simple, so I'm gonna do it really fast. Substitute minus 2 into f and then into f again. So it becomes f of minus 2 is equal to 5 times minus 2 plus 4, which is minus 10 plus 4, which is minus 6. So then f of a minus 2 is equal to 5 times minus 6 plus 4, which is then 30 minus 30 plus 4, which is minus 26. So part A is minus 26. Part B, also substitute. So we get 2x plus 1 squared plus 3. So then solving it, we are gonna get 4x squared plus 4x plus 1 plus 3. So then it becomes 4x squared plus 4x plus 4. So g is equal to 4x squared plus 4x plus 4. F inverse, very easy to find it. Just change fx into y, so now y is equal to 5x plus 4. Bring 4 to the other side, y minus 4 over 5 is then equal to x. Change the x into f inverse x is equal to x minus 4 over 5. I'm doing it fast because we already know how to do this. It's very quick. So we have that f inverse x is equal to x minus 4 over 5. They told us what is f if fx is 44. So very simply, 44 is equal to 5x plus 4. Bring 4 to the other side, you're gonna get then 40 is equal to 5x. So then x is equal to 8. So for D, our answer is 8. Here we can use a calculator, okay? Because we cannot do it without a calculator. So h to the power of, actually no, it's h 0.3. So h 0.3 is equal to 2 to the power of 0.3. 2 to the power of 0.3 on your calculator is 1.23. So our answer over here is 1.23. Now here, if it comes in the AMS, what do? You do the log of the number, which is 4096 in this case, over the log of the base, which in this case is 2. So very simply, log 4096 over log 2 is equal to 12. Okay, so that means x is 12. If you want to check, you can do on your calculator. 2 to the power of 12, I got 4096, so my answer is correct. After 38, we can move on to 2.1. Over here, we have question number 5, grid number 5. They told us in this question, the V-shaped graph below is the graph of a function f involving absolute value. What is the value of f40? Here is a very nice thing. What you guys need to know is we're gonna write the basic function of the absolute value. In any case, whatever case you have, write the basic function of the absolute value. Y is equal to a absolute value x minus h plus k. This is the basic function of the absolute value. Now to find h and k, you take the vertex points. You have minus 2, 3. So vertex is minus 2, 3. Substitute the minus 2 in the h. You're going to get y is equal to a. This is a, not 9. A times the absolute value of x minus minus 2, which makes plus 2. Okay? And then k becomes as it is, so plus 3. Now to find a, we're going to choose any random point of our graph. Okay, so let's say we chose 0, 2. Okay, if we chose 0, 2, we would substitute the 0 in the x and the 2 in the y. So 2 is equal to a times absolute value of 0 plus 2. Okay, plus 3. Bring plus 3 to the other side, you're going to get minus 1. Minus 1 is equal to a times the absolute value of 2. So then you get that a is equal to minus half. So now our function is y is equal to minus half, okay, times the absolute value of x plus 2 plus 3. Now we found our function. They need what? Do they need our function or they need f of 40? They need f of 40. So very simply, we are going to substitute 40 instead of x, and we are going to get y is equal to minus 1 over 2 times the absolute value of 40 plus 2 plus 3. 40 plus 2 is 42, times minus half will give us minus 21. So now we have y is equal to minus 21 and then plus 3. If you do it, it is minus 18. So our answer is minus 18. But please, guys, remember, first thing you have to find the graph, okay? You have to find the basic function, okay? After that, you substitute. That is number 5 done. Then we move on to section 2.2. We have number 13 and 14. For number 13, we have a parabolic function this time, okay? Very simply, they need us to find the value of f of 12. First thing we need to do is write the basic function of a parabola. Y is equal to a times x minus h squared plus k. So then we're going to take the vertex points. What are the vertex points? The vertex points are 2 minus 3. Okay, so substitute the h by 2 and substitute the k by minus 3. Y is equal to a times x minus 2 squared, and k is minus 3 as it is. Now to find a, we're going to choose any point. It's preferable you choose the point they gave you over here, which is 1 minus 1. This point over here is 1 minus 1. So substituting it, you're going to have minus 1 is equal to a times 1 minus 2 squared minus 3. So then minus 1 is equal to 1 minus 2 is minus 1 squared is 1. So minus 1 is equal to a times 1 minus 3. Bring minus 3 to the other side. You are going to get 2 is equal to a times 1. So basically 2 is equal to a. So now we have the value of a. Now our function becomes y equals 2 times x minus 2 squared minus 3. Now, do we need the function or we need to find f of 12? We need to find f of 12. So very simply, substitute the x by 12. So y is equal to 2 times 12 minus 2 squared minus 3. So it is 2 times 100 minus 3, 200 minus 3, we will get 197. So our answer over here is 197. But of course, you have to show your work, and we're not allowed to use a calculator, so don't use a calculator when practicing. Now, the final thing that we have are the properties of a graph. We have this graph over here. Pay attention. Y stays y, okay? But we have our A is negative. If our A is negative, then it opens downwards, and our vertex is the highest point. Okay? Now, our A is a number greater than 1, so it's definitely stretching. Our vertex point is First, we take k as it is, minus 5 as the y, but we take the opposite of h. So minus 1, we take the opposite, which is 1, and this is our x. So remember, x is h, y is k. Y, you take it as it is, so k stays as it is, but x, you take the opposite. So the opposite of h, in this case it's minus 1, you take 1. This is our vertex point. Now our range is y, since it's opening downwards, is less than or equal to minus 5. Our domain is all real numbers. Okay, and finally our axis of symmetry is what? Our axis of symmetry is x is equal to the opposite of h. Our x in this case is going to be equal to the opposite of h. So h is minus 1, take the opposite, it will be 1. So x is equal to 1, this is the axis of symmetry. Now we have the properties, let's answer. It does not open upward, but it opens downward. Its vertex is not this one is the vertex. Since it opened downwards, the vertex is the highest point of the graph. The range is not this is the range, and x equals 1 is the axis of symmetry to the graph. So we can say that this one, and this one is correct. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Do well in your exam and have a wonderful day.